Today on Tony's Reviews, we're checking out the Ropelux ceiling fan light combo. These are around $129 right now on Amazon. I'll be showing a brief installation and going over all the features and talking about the good and the bad. There will be an Amazon link in the description of this video and also one of the comments if you want to check one of these out after the video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. And we're just taking a quick look right now at the packaging and what comes in the box. This is the light itself and the fan, and the wires come out of the back there. And right there is a little bit of finish piece, and that's the main post that was over there on the right. Right there's the mount that goes onto the ceiling box that attaches to the ceiling box. There's the remote, and there's the short pole. That's what I'm going to use because my ceilings aren't very high. And right there's a little driver box that comes with this. That's what you hook up to the power and then hook that up to the fan itself. And right there's some hardware that comes with it. And that's pretty much it. There's an instruction booklet in here as well, and the instruction booklet will help. Oh, sorry, forgot about the fan blades. Right there they are. They're wood finish on one side and black on the other. I'll be going with the black on this one. And here's the instruction booklet. It's got some instructions on installation, and it's also got the how to use the remote, and also how you can get the app installed onto your phone, and how to use all the remote features on the app and that sort of thing. So anyway, it's got a little bit of detail in there. And this little piece here I'm mentioning special because I don't want you to misplace it like I did. This has a little place in the foam packing that comes in this. It's got like a little pocket. You do not want to misplace this because I threw this thing away, and I actually found it when I was taking my trash out. So it's not in this video, and I did not install this on here because it's really just finish. So I'm not going to go back and redo this. This is not a detailed installation video. I'm just showing you that I've hooked the base of this thing up to my ceiling box. That's what I'm going through the process of here. There it is, completely hooked up to my ceiling box. So that's that hardware that comes with it that mounts the phone. So there's the mount. And I'm using the short post on here so you can see the little ground on there. And there's a large post that comes with it. And if you got a high ceiling, you can use that larger post. I've got a very short ceiling, or low ceiling, so I'm using the short one. Nothing fancy here. Like I said, just a little bit of over the shoulder. The motor of this fan's 30 watt, and that little box is the device driver. And these are the wires that come out of the fan or light itself. So, and then you'll have to shove them through that tubing, and then you're going to be sticking this little rod through that to hold it in place into the fan area right there. So that's the post connecting to the fan itself. And then you got to get this little rod through there, and this is probably the most difficult part of the installation, was putting this rod in place, because you got to get around these wires that are inside of here. So I just actually put it right between the two wires, and I'm just kind of giving you a little bit of insight on here into what I was doing, how I guided it. And then once you get it in, you'll take this small cotter pin and it'll lock everything into place there. And it felt very secure once I got everything all tightened down and where it's supposed to be. Like I said, this is not any kind of great detail. I'm just kind of giving you a little over the shoulder just so you can see what I was up against. All you got is a black and a white wire that attach to the little box that comes with this. So that little driver box will attach to the black and white wire, and then there's a ground that will attach to the post there if you have a ground in your house, which I'm assuming you do. I've got one up in there. I don't really show it being attached to the post, but anyway, you can see my blacks with my black, my whites with my white, and I've capped off my red because I didn't need it. And see, there's capped off. And then all you do is put the little connectors together from the wires that come out of the fan to the wires that go into the driver itself. And you're going to see that little finish piece right there covers all these wires up. Obviously, you're going to be shoving your wires up into your ceiling box. And then the wires that are from the driver will basically just be crammed up inside the finish piece. So you'll see that. See that? All that stuff's just going to be hidden inside that finish piece. So those are all connected. And then the next thing you're going to see is that finish piece tightened up to that ceiling mount right there. So you can see I got my wire nuts on there, all that stuff shoved up. The main wiring shoved up inside the ceiling box. And like I said, the driver wires hanging out. It's all getting ready to be covered up. And here it is. There it is mounted. The screws are already in there, so all you got to do is move those screws into place and tighten them down, and your finished piece is in place. And that fan is just resting. The little knob piece of that fan is just resting up in there. And
do you want black,
voila,
doll?
you have a ceiling fan.
Grain?
Well, except for you gotta stick the blades in here, so you gotta snap these blades into place. So pop these blades in here. You gotta hear a snap though. And so at first I thought I was getting them in there, and then I realized, oh, I'm not hearing a snap. You gotta be a little forceful with these. These fans have a little button right here. You push that in, it releases the blade so you can pull it out. When you install one of these fan blades, you're going to slide it in here. You're going to want to hear a snap. So when you push this thing in, you're going to push it all the way in until you hear a snap. If you can't get this thing to snap, you're going to have to tap it from the back end. So you may have to give it a little tap back here. So I'm going to shove this one in, see if we can get it to snap. That was not the snap. Just make sure it's lined up. I got it lined up now I got to snap it in there. There it goes. I tapped the back end of that, it snapped it into place. So that is actually flush on there. They're all flush. Make sure you snap those in. That sealing box, make sure your sealing box can hold up to 45.5 kilograms or 100 pounds. Make sure that whatever you're mounting this to, whether it be a sealing box, wood, or concrete, can hold up to 100 pounds or 45.5 kilograms. You can see me tapping on that. I actually banged a couple of these into place with my hand. So you push them in there kind of forcefully, and then I just kind of tapped a few of them into place. And now I've got them all in there. And like I said, just got to make sure they snap in there. And something I was very impressed about this fan is how easy everything went together. And it just looks so nice. I had an old crummy ceiling fan up there probably from like the mid 80s, and it is dead. And this is the remote. I'm just kind of giving you a brief look at this. Now, this controls everything on here. It controls the fan. You can turn the fan or the light on independently. It controls the fan speed, temperature of the light. It controls the fan, whether it's reversing. It also has the timer on it so that you can have this automatically shut off, change the color, temperatures, pretty much anything you want to do, it's on this remote. And also you can download the app, and it has all the same features on there, and I think just a little bit more. The temperature of this light can go from 6,500 to 3,000 K. Here's a quick look at the remote itself and all the features on it. So I want you to be able to see that. So that's everything that the remote does right there. So that's a pretty easy breakdown. And on the right there, it tells you can control it with an app. And the app has pretty much the same features as the remote. So anyway, hook it up to your Bluetooth. You can just follow that QR code. It'll take you to the app link. Get the app, and you'll be able to use it just like the remote. And I think there's a couple more features on there that aren't on the remote, but it pretty much offers exactly what the remote offers, and maybe just a little more detail. And obviously you can turn the fan on, turn the light on independently. Neither one of them has to be on for the other one to work. So very nice. In the instructions, it says you're only supposed to install this with an on and off switch. You're not supposed to install this with a dimmer or with a speed control. The light on this thing has a maximum of 2100 lumens. This fan has a maximum of 290 RPMs. It puts off a lot of wind and say, well, cool down this room a little bit. Obviously, I've got air conditioning going right now because it's summertime, and it's a hot summer right now in 2025. So with this thing going, it helps really cool this room off. Right now, I've got this thing in reverse to pull air up because of the air conditioning is in the other room, and I think it helps to pull it out here in the living room. If you have any questions about this Ropelux fan, or you want to add something, please throw it down in the comments. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you so much for tuning into Tony's Reviews today, and God bless you.